Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to a video that I'm super excited to make. I know it's been a while since I made a video. We'll get into that in a second, but today we are going to be talking about all of the Madden NFL 22 news we have gotten recently, and we'll be talking about it, breaking it down, and all that kind of stuff in today's video. But before we get into the rest of the video, guys, make sure you guys drop a like down below and subscribe with notifications on if you guys have been enjoying the vids and you do not want to miss any coming out in the future. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Now, before we actually do get into it, I want to talk a little bit about where I've been and what's been going on with the channel. First thing I gotta say is I will no longer be playing NBA Supercard. Got way burnt out on the game, and I just could not handle consistently playing that game and making videos on it anymore. So pretty much this summer is not going to be a ton of videos. I'm probably going to mainly focus on MLB The Show and upload that when I want to, and also uploading Madden 22 news and all that kind of stuff, maybe some quiz videos and all that kind of stuff. But I mainly want to stay focusing on baseball, MLB The Show, and Madden, and all the new stuff that is going to be coming pretty soon. But today we're going to be breaking down the huge franchise deep dive that they did. We're going to be talking about the pre-order stuff, the cover athletes. Obviously, all this stuff has been out for a couple days, even a week for some of this stuff. So I know I'm a little bit behind on it. I didn't want to make a video on it till I was ready, and I feel like I am now ready. I hope you guys are as excited as I am for Madden 22. I cannot wait for that game to come out, but let's go ahead and get right into the rest of the video. Starting off, I actually wanted to go ahead and watch the franchise video with you guys. I haven't watched this yet. I don't really know what to expect, so we're gonna watch it. I guess I'll have a little bit of volume on here. I just don't know if this would get copyrighted, but we'll watch it real quick and I'll make comments when I need to. Alright guys, so I think actually instead of watching the video, I'm kind of just going to break down what he talks about. So these are some of the stuff that is going to be new in franchise, what they're going to be talking about in this video. They got new franchise staff and staff points, new weekly strategy and dynamic game day integration, enhanced season engine, franchise hub updates, tuning, and more. So a ton of stuff coming to franchise this year. I'm super duper excited. I'm not a huge franchise guy myself, but I love watching guys like Bangle and a bunch of different franchise guys, and I enjoy playing it from time to time as well, so I really don't mind that. But like I said, I'm probably just gonna kind of cut this up, throw in the parts where I really need to talk about what's going on in the video. So see you guys in a sec. Alright guys, so he is saying quite a bit of stuff, but what I'm getting from this, I've only moved like 20 seconds, in the fact that you have so much more customization when it comes to coaching. There are apparently tons of different ways to build. It's just going to be much more customizable. You earn staff points to go ahead and upgrade your personnel. You can upgrade how easy it is to make trades, how easy it is to sign free agents. You can now control defensive and offensive coordinators, which is something we've needed back in Madden for a long time, and I'm super duper excited to see all this integration into the game. It's going to make the game a lot more fun to play, a lot more to do, and that's really good. Alright, so now they are talking about scouting. So apparently scouting is going to be a big thing. They said the scouting patch will come out sometime in September. Obviously the game is releasing mid-August. So they said they're going to put out a patch in September talking about all the scouting stuff. But what they said is you're going to be able to assign certain scouts and certain scout teams to certain areas of the country and certain regions, so they can focus more on certain players and certain teams to go ahead and get the most information they can out of players. And I think this is pretty cool. I kind of did like the more simple scouting system. If there is a way that this can be automated, that's going to be great, but obviously people want to manually do this, so it's great. I just hope they keep the ability to just have auto scout good, just so people who just sim seasons are just able to do that rather than having to do all this. But yeah, great feature. The more improvements the better, and the more in depth you go is usually for the better, so I really like this stuff that they're doing. Alright, so as you guys can see, here is gonna be how you earn those staff points to go ahead and upgrade your coordinators and make trading and free agency and scouting all that much easier. Is you're gonna have to complete these goals, complete 4 passes in the first drive, get 4 touchdowns in the first half, get 2 touchdowns in the first half, all that kind of stuff. It's just gonna give it much more customization and much more ability to do what you want with your team. And I think doing and incorporating some goals is gonna make players a lot more attracted to franchise. Having a big objective, I feel like, really is going to get more players raked in, because the only real objective to franchise was winning a Super Bowl, right? And that was pretty difficult, so it kept players playing. But now there's an objective. You want to build your dream team, and obviously you could build your dream team before with players, but now you can build your dream team to play how you want. So I feel like that just really adds to the game, and I feel like this is a huge upgrade to franchise. Alright, so they just talked about this with weekly strategy and the fact that you are going to be able to every week really go in depth, if you want to, on how you're going to game plan for a game, how you're going to strategize to go up against that defense, or what defense you need to run against a certain offense. And they just give you a much more week-to-week basis control of the franchise, which I really like. Like I said, the only thing that I really hope that they keep is I hope they keep the ability to play franchise in a simplistic way. I really like that if someone is doing like a play along series where they're playing every single game, this makes the game so much more fun. It adds so much more depth and so much more to do. But I hope they keep the game to where you can also play sim style and just sim through a season, and it doesn't take over an hour for a single season, just because you're busy scouting and you're busy strategizing for every single week game, which you don't even end up playing. So I really like that they're going in depth, but like I said, I really hope they keep the ability to play the game simplistically, if that makes any sense. Alright guys, so now they are talking about just the dynamics of franchise and how the actual in-game stuff is going to work. They're talking about how you as a quarterback, if you're having a great season, you can elevate your receivers around you, and you can have one of your more casual receivers have a breakout season. And they're talking about how they have different scenarios with like press conferences and different things like that, and how those can lead to breakouts in players, and those can also lead to progression in players. So they're making the game a lot more realistic, where the NFL in real life, it's never consistent. There's not a lot of consistency in the NFL, and I feel like adding that to franchise will give it more of a real life feeling. Obviously there's some consistency in there. You talk about guys like Dalvin Cook and Nick Chubb, who are some of the best running backs in the league, but then you talk about guys like maybe Leonard Fournette's not a great option, but you talk about guys like Jay Ajayi, who just fell off planet Earth, and you talk about guys like Kerryon Johnson, who I don't even think he's on the Lions anymore. So you talk about guys like that who looked like they were going to be great, and then they kind of fell off. And I feel like adding a little bit of randomness and inconsistency will add to the game as well, but also some people aren't going to be happy about that, so we'll just have to see really how it affects the game. But I think giving more dynamics to how you play compared to others, and like having how good you're playing affect your team around you, will really add a good impact to the game. Alright guys, and that's pretty much it. They did talk a little bit about the new layout for franchise and the hub and all that kind of stuff, so it's going to be easier to maneuver, but I feel like that will just be saved for the actual when the game comes out, so you guys can see all that kind of stuff. They are going to be releasing some gridiron notes this Friday with some even more information, and then some more scouting information will come out July 19th. So we'll see a bunch of different stuff with franchise. Obviously, I'm not a super big franchise guy, but I felt like that needed to be shared. I know this video is going to be extremely long, but I'm doing a big Madden breakdown, so I feel like this video needs to be a little bit longer. And that's pretty much all they've shared. They obviously have the Making Madden podcast, which they talk about how they made Madden and how how they developed all that stuff. I'm not super interested in that. You can check that out if you want. Links are on EA's Twitter, EA Madden NFL on Twitter. But now I want to get into the gridiron notes for the pre-order stuff and what's gonna come out with all the different versions of the game. So we got the Dynasty Edition right here, which is the best edition available. I believe this is gonna be about $90 to $100. Usually that's how much it is. So you're gonna get 3-day early access to Madden, meaning you're gonna play on August 17th. I'm pretty sure that means EA access will be August 13th. Because it's a week before the actual release of the game, so that's 4 days behind the Dynasty Edition and 7 days behind the actual release of the game. So EX is going to be starting on August 13th, which is cool. You get dual entitlement, which means you can play on Xbox One, Xbox Series X, without missing a beat or paying anything. You get 100 starting staff points for your franchise, which is good. You're gonna get 1 Tom Brady player class level 10 progression. I really don't know what that means. Gonna have something to do with franchise. You're gonna get 1 cover athlete capsule with Tom Brady inspired gear. Gonna have to do with probably a my player or something like that, or maybe that has something to do with franchise. You're gonna get a 1 legend athlete capsule, your choice of 1 of the 32 NFL stars in Madden Ultimate Team. Usually these cards are between 80 and 84 overall, but they're gonna have 1 for team, 1 for every team. Khalil Mack, Jesse Bates, Josh Allen, Von Miller, Myles Garrett, yada yada yada. We'll check out those. I'll definitely make a ranking video ranking these guys and who are the best options when the time does come around, when we see their stats and all that kind of stuff. And apparently they are subject to change depending on NFL transactions. I doubt any of these guys get traded anytime soon. You get your choice of a Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes elite item. Now, we do know of some pre-order cards. I know Peyton Manning and Charles Woodson are confirmed from certain pre-order spots. Like, I know if you order at Best Buy, I think it is Peyton Manning. And I think Walmart is Charles Woodson. So, keep that in mind from where you're pre-ordering. You're going to be getting a Tom Brady or a Patrick Mahomes item if you get the Dynasty Edition. So maybe ordering from the place that gives you Peyton Manning isn't the best idea. Just the fact that you're going to be getting a free Patrick Mahomes or Tom Brady. But yeah, that's pretty much there. You get the limited time Madden Ultimate Team challenges during the early access window with greatest moment rewards. I'm assuming that's just going to be an elite card. That's what it was last year, and that's what I expect it to be. You get the choice of a Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes curated legend pack. Choose either the Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes legend pack and receive 1 offensive legend elite and 1 defensive legend elite. We really don't know what that means. I'm assuming it's not Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes. What I'm assuming is it might be players that have played for either the Bucks, Patriots, or Chiefs, or maybe it's players who've played with these guys. Maybe we'll get like for Tom Brady, maybe the offensive legend will be Gronk, and the defensive legend will be, I don't know, who's a defensive legend that played with Tom Brady? What's that safety's name? Jeez, I can't remember the safety's name. But he played on the Chargers as well. You can run Rodney Harrison. That's maybe for Tom Brady they get like a Rodney Harrison and a Gronk, and maybe for Patrick Mahomes they give us like a I don't know. I'm trying to think of legends that played with Tom Brady. That's kind of hard. Le'Veon Bell, or like Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, and like Frank Clark. Probably not the best player to do after what's happened in real life. Or like I don't think he ever played with Darrelle Revis. Maybe like a Brandon Flowers or like a Chris Jones. I don't really know. I don't know what to expect there, but that should be cool. You get 22 Ultimate Team Gold Team Fantasy Packs and 1 Elite Madden Mobile Starter Pack. I don't think that's really going to affect anything unless you play Madden Mobile, but the 22 Gold Team Fantasy Packs are usually pretty good. Last year, I think I pulled a couple elites. Then the MVP Edition, you get 3-day early access, dual entitlement, you get 60 staff points, 1 Tom Brady Class 10 progression, the cover athlete capsule. You still get 1 of these 32 stars, and you get your choice of the Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes elite. You don't get that special like elite legend thing, and then you're gonna get 11 instead of 22 Gold Team Fantasy Packs. And for the Standard Edition, you get 20 staff points, which the Standard Edition is not dual entitlement, so keep that in mind. Buying the Standard Edition is pretty much just not going to be worth it in any way, in the fact that if you have a PS4 right now, right, and you want to eventually upgrade to a PS5, you're gonna pay $120 because you're gonna have to buy the game twice. So if you already have a PS5 and you don't really play Ultimate Team that much, this is fine. But if you play Ultimate Team and you have a PS4 or even a PS5, just get the Dynasty Edition, honestly. But yeah, you get 20 staff points, the Tom Brady class level 10 progression, the cover athlete capsule, you get 132 of these players, and you get, oh, that's it. You don't even get any gold team fantasy packs. Wow. That's it. And then if you played any combination of the Madden 19, 20, or 21, then you're going to get some of these, which you get 3 fantasy packs, 3 elites total. Yeah, so last year they had some elites. It was like 82 overalls, and you got it. It was like a pack of 6. And if you played all 3 Maddens before that, you got 3, 2, and 1. Obviously, all that stuff. I know like Shaq Mason was in there. I know like I think Marshawn Lattimore was in there one year. But yeah, it's just basic elites that you're going to get out of there. So a bunch of free stuff if you played Madden in the past. And if you go ahead and get the Dynasty Edition, you're going to get a ton of rewards. So that's super sick right there. But yeah, guys, I believe that is pretty much it. Like I said, I highly suggest you take the Dynasty Edition if you play a lot of Ultimate Team. If you don't, take the standard edition unless you already own a PS4 and you plan on getting a PS5. Then just buy the Dynasty Edition because you're gonna get all these extra rewards which do benefit franchise players. And also, if you were to just buy it for the PS5 again, you'd pay $120, which is probably gonna be more than the Dynasty Edition. So it'd just be more worth it to buy the Dynasty Edition at that point, in my opinion. But it's up to you guys. Highly recommend getting the Dynasty Edition. That's just me though. Cannot wait for Madden to come out. Super excited about more content getting released. I know they did put out a schedule. I want to see that real quick. It is, I don't know where they released it, but they did, like, here it is. So franchise is the week of 6/21, so the dynamic game day is next week. Face of the franchise is 7/5. Superstar KO plus the yard 7/12, EA Play Spotlight 7/19, and then ratings are going to be coming out near the end of July. And then Madden Ultimate Team is going to be released in August. Ultimate Team usually is the last thing revealed anyway, so I'm not super worried about that. But any news on Madden 22 gets me hype. I cannot wait for this game to come out. But I know this video is going to be very, very long, guys, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm really hyped to be back. Like I said, videos might not be every day, but I will be uploading whenever I get the chance. And expect MLB, Madden, and probably some scattered in quizzes or just real sports content here and there. But yeah, guys, that is gonna be the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to drop a like down below and subscribe with noties on. But yeah, I'll see you boys in the next one. Peace out.